Good morning everyone, this is Jin Song, and this is another video that I will show you about creating simple formula. Like in the previous video, you already learned about formatting cells and controlling your worksheets. But today, I will show you how can you create formula in Excel. Let's get started. But before you can create a simple formula in Excel, you will learn something more before we get started. And this lesson, you are going to learn about mathematical operators, understanding about the cell references, creating simple formula using cell references, and the last one, you will create money exchange tables. Okay? Now, how many mathematical operators are there in Excel? In Excel, they use 5 mathematical operators. What are they? 1. For addition, we use the plus sign. 2. For subtraction, we use the minus sign. The minus sign, this one. 3rd, for multiplication, we use the asterisk sign. The asterisk sign, like press shift and number 8. And 4, for division, we use the forward slash. You know forward slash? This one, forward slash. And the last 5 is exponent. Exponent, we use the caret sign, look like this. You press shift and number 6 on the keyboard. Yes, look like this. So there are 5 mathematical operators that we are going to use in Excel. For addition, like, as you know, remember, before you create a formula in Excel, you have to start with equal sign, and followed by the number that you are going to calculate. Example, 7 plus 1. When you press enter, the result will be 8. Right. When you select the cell that contains the formula that you create, you will see over here on the formula bar, you see the formula you have created. For subtraction, just start with equal sign. I put 4 minus 3. And when you press enter, the result will be 1. Right. For the multiplication, we use asterisk sign. Let's start with equal sign. Assign number 2. Shift number 8 to make the asterisk appear. And then type 3. When you press enter, the result will be 6. And for division, we used forward slash. I put 4 divided by 2. When you press enter, the result is 2. And what about exponent calculation? Exponent refer to something like 2, like let me show you one example. Equal sign 2 caret 3. How many? 8. What does it mean? Exponent refer to something like 2 power 3. 2 power 3 mean 2 multiplied by 2. I put this multiply by 2 and multiply by 2 3 times. That is called exponent. Alright, let's get to know about the cell references. In Excel, I prefer using the cell address of a cell to create a formula rather than just typing the exact value in the cell. Example, this is the cell address A1 and this is the cell address B1. So I will like to add some value inside this, like 4, 2, 3, 2, 1, 1. Okay. Remember, when you create a formula, you have to start with equal sign. In the previous time, you create a formula like typing the exact value 4 plus 2, right? Press enter, the result is 6. But I prefer using the cell address of the cell that contain the value rather than just typing the exact number inside the cell. So I just start with equal sign and use the cell address of the cell that contain the value. This will be A1, right? Use the mouse to click on the cell and plus with the another cell address. Press enter. The result exactly the same. This is called cell references. You are using the cell address to make the reference for the value. This is the cell references. So, how many cell references are there? In Excel, we use 2 cell references. One we call relative references, and second we call absolute references. What is the difference? For the relative references, example, I have this number 1, I have this number 2, and I have 10. Just type the value inside 4, 8. I want to find sum. To create a formula using the cell address or using the cell references, we use the equal sign, use this, the cell address, plus, press enter. What is the relative references? Look at this. When I use the fill handle here, when I use the fill handle to copy the formula from one cell to another cell, see, the result will be changed automatically. Why? Relative references. When you copy the formula from one cell to another cell, the formula will be changed depending on the cell address that you are referenced to. Example, in this cell E2, you have the formula C2D2, and when you copy the formula to another cell, this will change to D3, C3, right? This is called relative references. Again, relative references mean when you copy the formula from one cell to another cell, the formula will change. Okay, so what is the absolute references? Okay, again, relative references, when you copy the formula from one cell to another cell, the formula will change based on the cell references that you are related to. But absolute references, when you copy the formula from one cell to another cell, it doesn't change. It doesn't change the cell address. So, look at this example. I want to convert from dollars to real. As you know, the exchange rate, $1 equal to 80 reals. Okay, so to convert from dollars to real, you have to create a formula like this: equal sign, amount of dollars, and multiply by the exchange rate. This one. Press enter. The result is 4,800 reals. Okay, I just want to change the number format to the specific currency like real. Scroll down a little bit here. Come on. So now copy the formula. I decrease the decimal point. To copy the formula, you just hover the mouse, hover the fill handle, this one. Okay, this one we call fill handle. Click and drag it down to copy the formula. What? The result is incorrect. Why? You have to keep this. You have to keep this in the absolute references. How can you make it absolute? You just select it. Select the cell address that you want to make the absolute references, and then press F4 on your keyboard, the function key on the top of your keyboard on the computer. See, when you press F4, it will change to absolute references. F2, $F$2. This one, $F$2, it's just the same with F2. Now, use the fill handle to copy the formula again. See, the result is correct. Why? In here, you use the C2 multiplied by F2. When you keep this absolute, it will not change when you copy the formula to another cell. Look at this. This one become C3, but this one still keep F2. See? This is called absolute references. So there are two cell references that we are using in Excel. One is called relative references, and second is absolute references. The difference of those references is that the relative change the formula when you copy, but absolute stay constant, will not change the formula. Alright, let's go to exercise. Okay, in this I have three tables. The first table It's called exchange money rate. What is it? This means 1 baht. 1 baht. Baht is a Thai currency. 1 baht equal to $41.35. Sorry, $1. $1 equal to 41.35 baht. And $1 equals 4,150 reals, and 1 real 1 baht equal to 100.36 real. So in the table exchange 1, I want to convert from dollar to baht to real. So $1 equals how many baht in Thai, and $1 equal how many real in Khmer. So in this cell B8, in cell B8, we assign the formula to convert from dollars to baht. You use the amount of dollar multiplied by this one, right? Okay. Press enter. It's correct, right? Right here, 41.35. Change this a little bit to the middle. All right. Here, let's take this. Copy. It's wrong. Why? Because you don't put this in the absolute references. That's why the formula change the cell address. So you have to keep this in absolute. Press F4. Select the cell, press F4, and click the fill handle to copy. Okay, this is how to use the absolute references. Now, from dollars to real, it's just exactly the same. We use the same formula. Use the amount of the dollar and multiply by this one, right? But you have to keep B4 in absolute because you will copy the formula using the fill handle. So to convert to absolute, you just select the cell address that you want to convert to absolute and then press F4 on your keyboard and press enter. Okay, correct. Click, hold, and drag down. So this is the results. But I want to change the number format for this $2 currency. I just select them, and from here on the home tab, you will see the number format drop down menu. Click it and choose currency. Okay, choose currency. Right now you can decide to change the decimal point like 0.2, or you don't want to put the decimal point. You just select the cells that contain the decimal point and go over here just below the number format and then click this one, decrease decimal. Alright, this is what I want. And the table exchange 2, I want to convert from real to dollar, from real to baht. So let's begin with equal sign. To do this, you have to use amount of real divide by from real to dollar. Real to dollar is this one, right? Right here. So select it, but keep it in absolute references. So 4,150 equal to $1. Use the fill handle to copy the formula. Most of the time I used the absolute references, and this one we call relative references. and absolute references. Alright, convert to baht, equal sign, amount of real, divide by, from real to baht, is 1. C4, and keep in absolute references. Press enter. Alright, perfect. If you want to change from real or baht currency, you just select the cell that you wish to change the number format, and then select, and then go home tab, click the number format drop down menu, and scroll down to access more number formats. Or you can press just control number 1 to access the more number format option. And we use this one, currency, right? And then the symbol, I will choose Khmer. You have to find Khmer or baht. Which type of currency you want? Okay, Khmer. This is baht. This is Khmer. I choose Khmer. Click OK. Alright. Right now, you know how to use the cell references, and now you can create your simple formula in Excel. Thanks for watching. If you have any question, just ask in the comment below.